The history of Grace Church Sanctuary is a long one, beginning in 1867, the same year Canada was born. It is not known who actually designed the church, but records show a local bricklayer and stonemason named Jesse Perry was the builder. The structure, which has not been altered since 1887, is an outstanding example of Gothic Revival architecture. The lower section of the sanctuary is perfectly symmetrical. There are 94 oak pews, each with hymnal racks, communion cup shelves, and cushioned seats. The choir loft at the front of the sanctuary has been remodeled several times and now stands such that the choir faces out towards the congregation. Over 40 assorted stained glass windows light the sanctuary. This window is dedicated to George Armstrong and Jemima Bryce Stewart. Its counterpart on the north wall is dedicated to James E. Cooper, a longtime superintendent of Grace Church Sunday School. To the east of these windows are two remarkable modern windows dedicated to Bartholomew Hill Bull and his wife, Sarah Duncan. The newest additions to the stained glass at Grace are the windows on the south side dedicated to Dale Ann Freed. The north and south sides above the gallery are beautified by massive stained glass windows, which are some of the earliest in the sanctuary. They are some of the original windows which were installed in 1887. The gallery is arranged in a horseshoe shape around the front of the church, looking down onto the baptismal font, communion table, and pulpit. It features cast iron structural columns with molded caps. The door in the middle of it opens into the bell tower. There are 32 pews in the gallery, and they are the original cast iron and wood pews installed in 1887. Notice they are numbered for pew fees, and the ends can be pulled out for extra seating. All of these pews have hymnal racks, communion shelves, and loose cushions similar to those on the lower level. The entire gallery itself has a cast iron balcony running all the way around. The most striking feature of the church is its woodwork. The entire interior of the church is plastered or covered by carved tongue and groove wainscoting with a molded cap. This interior cornice, where the wall meets the ceiling, is a beautiful example of the woodworking that survives from the original construction of 1867. The ceiling of the sanctuary is the only one like it in the city. It is made of a series of planks on open ribbing and is the size of the original structure. The ceiling design is the interior of a boat hull. The screen which covers the pipes of the Cassavant organ is one of the finest examples of Gothic woodwork in the city. It is recessed from the front of the sanctuary by a perfect Gothic arch. The present organ was donated in the memory of the men of Grace Church who served in the Great War, 1914 to 1918. It is in an unaltered state from its installation in 1924, although repairs are needed to restore it to its full capacity. Both the organ and a baby grand piano are used regularly in services and for other events such as concerts and weddings. It is interesting to note the photographs of all past ministers located at the back of the sanctuary behind the pews. Grace United Church is the oldest active church in the city of Brampton and, safe to say, one of the most beautiful.